Méliès was known to be the father of special effects. He was born on December 8, 1861 in Paris, France, and died on January 21, 1938. Méliès was a filmmaker, but not only this, he was also an actor, set designer, illusionist, and surprisingly a toy designer. Méliès was the original creator of the dissolve effect. He did this by using double exposure when he was shooting. After he did this, he then went on and created a film called A Trip to the Moon. This is considered as his most successful film that he has ever made. He starred in this film. He did this in quite a few of his own films. Even today we use his work as effects and shots wouldn't be as developed and professional as they are. We have developed his ideas and now have the advantage of being able to edit footage on special applications made such as Final Cut Pro, which is an advanced editing tool to add effects and cut your footage to exactly how you want it. The Kuleshov effect is a film montage demonstrated by Lev Kuleshov in the 1910s and 1920s. Eisenstein then got involved and together they came up with the thought that montage was the essence of cinema. They then went on to create books to express the detail of their montage and to make for filmmakers aware in the industry. Eisenstein and Kuleshov did their best to not just make montage, but to make sure they would also write about it and so they could share their ideas. Today filmmakers are still using Eisenstein's theory. This theory is a collision of shots and could potentially be used to manipulate the thoughts of the audience. In today's society, a lot of films use montage to create a better effect to their film. For example, Forrest Gump uses this on the scene where he's running from some bullies to create a feeling of sympathy from the audience and to add emotion to the film. Another example could be the film Rocky, when the audience sees him training for his boxing in all sorts of weather conditions to show how hard he works and the suffering that he goes through to get where he wants to be. This adds an inspirational message to the audience and helps the audience relate on a more personal level. When you compare long shot takes to shorter shot takes, there is a noticeable difference between the two. Firstly, having longer cuts would be more for a soap like EastEnders, for example, whereas shorter cuts would be more for a lot of information has to be cramped into a shorter time. This could be used in an advert. For example, Sainsbury fits in all different deals and prices into a short advert which is only just over a minute. Different people have different preferences to whether they prefer fast-paced or slow-paced cuts. Some would argue that short takes are worse because it's a lot of information to take in such a short amount of time, and it's hard to process, as they would prefer a slow-paced cut so that they can process the information in a longer space of time. On the other hand, people would disagree with this and argue that fast-paced is easier and long takes could drag on and they would get bored. With all the research that I've discovered, I have tried to plan to add it all to my music video in order to create an effective and at least merit-worthy piece of work. By using the Kuleshov theory, I listened to the lyrics to the song and now I'm able to incorporate feeling and emotion behind the music and add a concept to it rather than just having a basic amateur music video. Finally, also by using slow motion, it will show a sense of dullness and a slow-paced feeling to the video, which I want to achieve as it's a very emotional song. Also, I will use different angles in the shots in order to add a variety to the video and create a high quality music video.